Where's my book folder? Oh, I've got tons as well. Let me see. Let's start with I always get my own way. Can we all see the book?
No.
Okay, hold on, I'll put it up here. Put it up here.
Yes.
Okay, I always get my way. Hold on, let me just... One morning at the breakfast table, when I read the juice box label, thinking it was tightly closed, my daddy's pants got orange closed. He jumped up like the juice was hot, but I am sure that it was not. He turned bright red and stared at me. I ran and hid behind Mom's knee. Dad yelled, "Oh, Emmy, I'm upset. My brand new pants are soaking wet." I thought my dad would go berserk because I made him late for work. But Mom gave Dad a piece of toast and said the words I loved the most. "Now, sweetheart, you should let it be. After all, she's only 3. When I was skipping down the hall, my brother made me trip and fall. He claimed it was my fault, not his. I held my breath and he sighed, "Gee whiz." Then I yelled, "Mom, Tom's being mean," and made a tiny little scene. So Mom sat down in a chair and I skipped off without a care. But I stayed close enough to hear my mother say, "Now Tom, it's clear. I told you once already, mister. Don't pick on your little sister. Emmy's young and very small. She can't defend herself at all. She told him to be nice to me. After all, I'm only 3. To make my dollhouse big enough, I borrowed from my sister's stuff. Some model wood and gluey glue. I borrowed her new skateboard too. I sure was having lots of fun, but when my house was almost done, my sister barged in through the door and grabbed her stuff right off my floor. I cried, "Mom, Susie isn't fair. She didn't knock and she won't share." "That's so not true, Mom," Susie said, but Mommy looked at me instead. So I gave Mom my special pout and she put Susie in time out. Mum told her she should share with me, After all, I'm only 3. One afternoon, Dad worked outside. I asked him, please, if I could hide a treasure like a pirate queen. He smiled and answered, just stay clean. So first I drew a treasure map, and then ran to find my pirate cap. I borrowed Mommy's garden spade. You should have seen the hole I made. I threw in all my pirate loot, my sister's rings, my brother's boots. I'd taken half the silverware when Daddy saw me on the chair. He stood there with his coffee mug, just stood there, staring at the rug. I said, I'm a pirate queen, and sometimes we are less than clean. I told him that he'd said I could. I don't think he understood. He told me to put back the loot, the forks, the spoons, the rings, the boots. He made me vacuum up the rug and put back all the dirt I'd dug. I tried to say that I'm too small and shouldn't have to clean at all. I knew Mom would agree with me. After all, I'm only 3. I woke up early Saturday to watch cartoons, eat snacks and play. I didn't wake my mum or dad. I knew they would both be glad. So while I kindly let them rest, I skipped the ice cream I like best. I added chocolates, nuts and more, and then I saw Mommy at the door. She didn't quite appreciate that I had let her sleep so late. She made me clean that big disaster, even though she cleans much faster. She was sleepy, that must be why she forgot I'm only 3. Then Sunday morning things were slow and everyone was busy, so I thought that I would play with Steve. He's a lizard, I believe. He's my brother's brand new pet, who hasn't even met me yet. I tiptoed into Tommy's room and found a way to use the broom to get the lizard off the shelf entirely all by myself. I got my Dolly's bathing suit. Now little Stevie looked so cute. I knew he'd like to sail a boat. I thought my sister's shoe would float. I had to borrow all her shoes. I didn't know which Steve would choose. But where was Steve now? What a sneak! Could he be playing hide and seek? I searched my brother's room for clues or reptile tracks that I could use to find the little lizard guy, but I guess Steve was really shy. I searched until the afternoon and hoped that he would show up soon. Well, soon came just a moment later when my mom screamed, "Alligator!" Through the house I almost flew to tell my mum it wasn't true. There is no alligator, see? That's just Steve sitting on your knee. Mom hollered, "Thomas, you're in trouble. Get this creature on the double." Tom stormed down the stairs and said, "There's dirt and doll's clothes in my bed." Then, just then, oh no, my sister Suze marched in with all her soggy shoes. And Dad came in and I could tell this afternoon would not end well. My dad stood still. His shoes did not. He squished and left a drippy spot. He calmly said, "I'd like to know who turned the tub on hours ago and flooded out the upstairs hall and soaked my bedroom rug and all." Dad noticed Susie's dripping shoe, Tom's dressed up lizard, and he knew. Dad looked at Mom, Mom looked at Dad, and that's when things got really bad. Mom pointed to the stairs and said, "That's it, young lady, go to bed." I sweetly answered, "Don't blame me. Did you forget? I'm only 3. When I saw Mom begin to fume, I trudged forlorn up to my room. I sadly closed my bedroom door. I may be here until I'm 4. The end.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
You need that
oh
book. Did you like that one?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Are you stuck, Oakley?
Woo!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Let me see what else I've got. I know. Will we do Skippy John Jones? Know what? That's a fun one. Skippy John Jones loved to play in the snow with his sisters, Jezebel, Jujubee, and Jillyboo. And this melted his mama's heart faster than a bowl full of butter on a hot beach. "Come on in, Mitten Kittens," called out Mama Junebug Jones. "Time for some hot catnip cocoa." "With marshmallows," begged the girls. "And ice cubes?" asked Skippy. "Don't need ice cubes, Mr. Pillow," said Mama, "but we need to pick out a book." "Okay, Zayden." Snow White," gushed the girls. "It's our favourite fuzzy tale." "Fuzzy tail, schmuzzy tail," declared the kitty boy. "I don't like that story," he said, making a disagreeable face, and then he stomped off to his room carrying a tray of ice cubes. "Listen here, Grumpy Gums," said Mama, following close behind. "Your sisters have listened to your favourite books without once giving me one of those looks. So come have your cocoa and do what is right. And who knows, Snugglebug, you might love the story of Snow White." "Nuh-uh," said Skippy. "I don't think so." "Suit yourself, Tater Tot," said Mama Junebug, "but you don't know what you're missing." Can we not do something so loud, please, girls? You're disrupting story time. Thank you. Oh, Skippy knew what he was missing all right, and that was bouncing on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippy John Jones, and I know what I'm missing. A fuzzy white cat, a prince, and some kissing." "Ugh," said Skippy, wiping his mouth with the back of his paw. Then he popped over to his mirror and using his very best Spanish accent he said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the handsome chihuahua of all?" "Why, it is you, Senor Skip," replied the chihuahua in the espejo. "And the bravest," declared the kitty boy as he prepared for a long journey into his closet. Then, as always, he began to sing a song in a wee soft voice. "Oh, my name is Skipito Fresquito, and I know one not Basitelito. It's got plenty of fights, but no one wears tights, and that's the best part, mi amigos." Back on the couch, Junebug had begun reading to the girls. Once upon a pillow sat a beautiful cat princess. Her fur was as white as snow, her eyes were as black as coal, and her whiskers were as full as "My tummy," added Jujubee, burping. "That was a good story," said the sisters, running off to play. But this wasn't the end of the story for Skippy John Jones. It was just the beginning, as he stepped into his closet. And into a deep, dark forest. He hadn't even gone 4 paws before his tail puffed out. "Don't be such a scaredy cat," chided a fox from behind a tree. I'm not a scaredy cat," hissed the gatito. "I'm Skipito Fresquito, the great sword fighter." "Of course you are," snickered the fox, "and I'm a chihuahua." Skipito gave him a look that would freeze a fuego, and then he took off towards a light in the distance. Over the river and through the woods, 7 small amigos opened the door to their cosy cottage and sniffed. "Something is not right, dudes," said the first. "Some dog has been chewing my zapato," said the second. "And licking my left cheek," said the third. "And sitting in my silla," said the fourth. "And tossing my pelota," said the fifth. "And gnawing on my hueso," added the sixth. "And sleeping in my cama," declared the seventh. "Not in your bed!" exclaimed all the doggies. "That stinks, dude." "Morning, Miss Cloudy."
Happy face.
Stinky or not, there was indeed someone sleeping in the bed. But it wasn't a dog, it was Skipito! Hooted the Puchitos, piling on top of their amigo. "Los chimichangos!" exclaimed the gatito. "What are you doing here?" "We have come to free Nevike," explained Tito, the smallest of the small ones. Snow who?" asked the gatito. "Not Snow who, dude," replied Tomatillo. "Snow what?" Talk of Nevike whipped the puppies into a frenzy froth of chanting. "Snow what? Snow White, Snow Ito has been cursed by the wicked witchito. She sleeps in the cube till she's kissed by a dude, so pucker up, pooch and smoochito." "I'm not kissing nobody," declared Skipito. "Not tonight," said all the puppies, "but mañana, muchacho." After a tail wagging and whisker washing, every pup fell asleep, dreaming of Snow Walk, except Skipito. Her fur is as white as the snow. Her eyes are as black as the coal. Her nose is as pink as the peony. She's such a beautiful lady. At the first spark of dawn, the Ocho Puchos were up and out in search of the frozen princessa. But why is she frozen? Asked Skipito. Because, whooped Don Diego, she is hot. See, added Paquito Tito, and the wicked bruja is not. Hot or not, the tiny troop would trudge through the thicket, thorn for every K, and nothing was going to stop them. Not even a sleeping dragon. But it stopped Skipito. He fainted. He's out cold, dudes, whispered Tio Leo. Bueno, barked Bertito. Then all the puppies prepared their amigo for the grande rescue. First they dressed him, then they blessed him. Salchichas, salchichas, sausages and peaches, rumbled Tummy in the dragon's den, one little dog with the strength of 10. Salchichas, salchichas, sausages and peaches. As Skipito woke up, he not only smelled the sausage, he looked like one too. That's right, they're tights, scolded Paquito Tito. And any prince who's ever rescued a princessa has to wear them. But who's doing that? Asked Skipito, scratching his head. Dude, howled the doggies in belief. You are. Suddenly, a potent puff of panic puffed out Skipito's tail and popped his pantalones. Stand back, warned Bertito. Then, quicker than you can say snail scales and humpback whales, Skipito rocketed up over the waking dragon. Hurrah! Roared the dragon with a shot of flame. The Puchitos loaded their slingshots with salchichas and aimed right for the dragon's fiery boca. While we distract, it's time to act, shouted his amigos from below. Do your part and melt her heart, barked Tomatillo, covering his corazon with his paws. When put to the test, your besos are best, woofed Don Diego as he took aim. And quicker than you can say beso con queso, Skipito landed right next to the Cubito de Hello and the frozen princessa. She was a beauty, all right, but the Puchito was in no mood for a smoochito. So at the top of his itty-bitty lungs, he shouted, Snow White, wake up! Neither Kay heard nada, nothing. But it scared the living fire right out of El Dragon, and away he flew. Now nada stood in the way of saving the princessa, except ice and a pair of fuzzy lips. Dude, just kiss the cube, begged Paquito Tito again, and so he did. Back in their room, Juju G, Jezebel, and Jilly Boo were busy playing their own version of Snow White when they saw their brother walking by with an ice cube stuck to his nose. He's been licking ice cubes again, said Juju B, shaking her head. Yup, said Jilly Boo, he likes ice. Uh-huh, added Jezebel. Ice is nice. Mama Junebug Jones was doing a crossword puzzle at the table when her kitty boy crawled up into her lap and buried his face in her soft warm neck. Whoa, said Mama. Some little squeegee has a cold wet nose. Snow what? asked Skippy. What? said Mama. I love you. Snow what, Thumbkin? asked Mama. What? said Skippy. You just melted your mama's heart. At bedtime, the Jones girls overheard their big brother bouncing on his big boy bed, saying, "Oh, I'm Skippy John Jones, the bravest of knights, but when I say princesses, I do not wear tights." "What princess?" asked Jujubee, running into his room. "Snow what?" replied the kitty boy, bouncing higher. "Snow who?" inquired Jillyboo. "He meant Snow White," reasoned Jezebel. "Snow White didn't," declared Skippy. "I said, 'Good night,'" called Mama down from the hall. And Skippy said, "Good night." The end.
Yay!
Aw, thank you. It's a good story, that one.
Hi.
Okay. We'll do one or maybe, let me see.
Yay!
No, not 10 more. We'll do one more, okay?
Yes.
No. Let me see. The alphabet tree one? I didn't have the alphabet tree one. Yeah, it was. Hi Ashley, hi Chelsea.
Hi.
That's what we read. Read that one, read that one. Shall we do Can I Bring My Pterodactyl to School?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah?
Please.
Exactly. Yeah, any stories is cloudy.
Yay!
No, this is the last one, guys. You've got an activity coming up at past, and
Aww.
I need to go and get myself some breakfast. Can I bring my pterodactyl to school, Miss Johnson?
No.
Oh my goodness, who's got gas?
Yes. Oh no.
Can I bring my pterodactyl to school, Miss Johnson? Can I? Please? If I brought my pterodactyl to school and I was playing on the monkey bars and Butch McGurgle climbed up to next to me and threatened to punch my lights out if I didn't give him my dessert at lunch, I wouldn't have to worry because my pterodactyl would be up there on top of Franklin Elementary watching. And he'd swoop down fast and grab Butch McGurgle, fly him high into the sky and drop him kerplunk right in the middle of the preschooler sandbox. My pterodactyl would be the best playground monitor ever. And Butch McGurgle would never ask for my dessert or anyone else's at lunch again. Can I bring my pterodactyl to school, Miss Johnson? Can I, please? If I brought my pterodactyl to school and our school band was on the 50-yard line during our homecoming game, playing our school song, Franklin Elementary, we love you, and it started to rain and our uniforms were beginning to get wet and the tuba was filling with water, my pterodactyl could spread its wings wide and cover us all, and my pterodactyl would be the biggest supersized umbrella ever. And then we could finish playing all 7 verses of Franklin Elementary, we love you. Can I bring my pterodactyl to school, Miss Johnson? Can I, please? If I brought my pterodactyl to school and there was a blizzard and our classroom was freezing, even though Franklin Elementary's furnace was working hard, and we were all turning blue, with everyone's teeth chattering non-stop, my pterodactyl could wrap his wings around us, all of us, around you too, Miss Johnson, and then we'd be comfy warm. My pterodactyl would be the coziest, snuggliest blanket ever, and we would never have to worry about freezing in a blizzard again. Can I bring my pterodactyl to school, Miss Johnson? Can I, please? If I brought my pterodactyl to school on Valentine's Day, I wouldn't have to make a valentine for every kid in the class, like I have to do now, every year. Because I could just get a long piece of white paper and print on it in red paint. And my pterodactyl could fly over the playground. And my pterodactyl would be the highest flying mail carrier ever. And all the kids in the class could look up and read it. It would be the most awesome Valentine in the world. Can I bring my pterodactyl to school, Miss Johnson? Can I, please? If I brought my pterodactyl to school, Mr. Rockborn, our science teacher, wouldn't have to take us on a field trip to the museum to study prehistoric animals like he does now. Because my pterodactyl would be Franklin Elementary's very own Jurassic dinosaur exhibit. And my pterodactyl would be the most kid-friendly dinosaur ever. And my pterodactyl wouldn't have signs on him saying, "Do not touch, no climbing." My pterodactyl would like being touched and climbed on. Can I bring my pterodactyl to school, Miss Johnson? Can I, please? If I brought my pterodactyl to school and our class won the state spelling championship this spring, which we could, maybe, We wouldn't have to drive in the school bus all the way to Washington, D.C. for the finals. Because my pterodactyl could fly us there. My pterodactyl would make a terrific first ever flying school bus. And then you wouldn't have to worry about any of us, especially me, turning green and getting sick on the bus. Can I bring my pterodactyl to school, Miss Johnson? Can I? Please? If I brought my pterodactyl to school, those last days of the school year, right before summer vacation, when our room gets really hot, sticky hot, and we get really smelly, stinky smelly, especially after running on the playground, my pterodactyl could flap his wings fast and be a giant fan. My pterodactyl would be the coolest fan ever. And our room would get so cool. We'd probably have to put on sweaters, maybe even mittens too. But, Miss Johnson, the most important reason for bringing my pterodactyl to school, and the one that counts the most, is that yesterday I got this letter from Unbelievable But True Fantastic Science Fiction magazine saying I won second prize in their Win a Prehistoric Animal contest, and second prize is a pterodactyl. And I know my mum won't let me keep a pterodactyl in my room unless I'm there. Oh, hey, wait a sec. I read this letter wrong. I didn't win second prize. I won first. Oh, wow! Awesome! Can I bring my woolly mammoth to school, please, Miss Johnson? Can I? Please? The end.
Aww. Yay!
That was good